Hi, my name is Connor Wieland. My student number is c3256976 and this is my submission video for ENGG4500 Assignment 2. For Assignment 2, we were tasked with creating a 3D puzzle that is easier to solve for a blind person as opposed to an able-sighted person. We have these components here, which I will show you individually. Here we have two washers of the same size connected to a washer of a different size by a shoestring. We then have this red disc, which has a nut in the bottom. It's made out of wood. It has this proxy braille component. Since it's only a prototype, these aren't actually raised, but a real attempt would actually have them raised. It also has this specific grit sandpaper wrapped around. We then have these two white wooden discs. They're exactly the same. This is the braille for H, and a different textured sandpaper to the red disc. This brings us to the main component, which is a puzzle box of dimensions 200 by 200, made out of wood and metal to try and promote sustainable engineering design. We wanted to stay away from plastics. We have these color-coded bolts up the top, and these bolts within a tracked section. These bolts have textured sandpaper. These two bolts have the same textured sandpaper, and this bolt has a different texture. We have a second compartment, which is accessed by a latch on the front. Inside, we can see this routed out section lined with aluminium foil to try and create noise when the white discs are rolling around inside. The puzzle is to be given to the puzzler as follows: the two white discs inside, latch closed, and they are to try and get the white discs out the side hole there. We will do so now. Now that these white discs are out, we must locate the right holes, or right locations, for the bolts. Note that there, and there are three magnets. This will inform the user that they've found the right location, as there's magnets on the bottom of these bolts to pair with the right locations. These bigger bolts cannot enter the section of track found here, but this smaller diameter bolt can. Please note that these two bolts are interchangeable, so the puzzle can be completed in two separate ways. The next part of the puzzle is to piece this section. Now you could try and put the smaller washer over the bigger bolts, but obviously that wouldn't fit. So we'll do it right for the purpose of this video. And note, since the bolts are in the right location, there is no slack within the shoestring. The next part of the puzzle is to feel the textured sandpaper on the side of the bolts and side of the discs, and matched up with the textured sandpaper on the bolts themselves, and thread the nut onto the actual bolt. And there we have it, puzzle complete. Now the educational component of this is that it creates a H2O molecule, otherwise known as water. Now, all these colour-coded bolts up the top were to distract a able-sighted person in the hopes that they would try and use colour to solve the puzzle, as opposed to the actual textured sandpaper on the side of the discs. They do actually fit, I promise. Please note that these wooden discs are also interchangeable, And so the puzzle can be completed in a variety of ways. The braille on the side of the discs that I showed you before were just to inform the blind user that this did create a water molecule. Thank you for your time. This is my video.